Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a short, but honestly, super powerful methodology all about one specific goal: building a culture of customer retention. We're going to look at the exact framework you need to create a truly customer-focused organization. So, if you want to know how company culture secretly dictates your bottom line, well, you're absolutely in the right place.
Let's start things off with a surprisingly tricky question. Who is actually responsible for your customers? Seriously, take a second to think about your own workplace or maybe an organization you know really well. Now, if you ask most folks that question, their minds instantly jump to a very specific set of job titles, right? But as we unpack our source text today, we're going to see a major paradigm shift because getting the real answer to that question, it requires a complete rewiring of how a company operates.
Section 1. Beyond the front line. Let's see why everyone is involved.
Okay, let's dive into this. So the old assumption is that customer retention is basically just an exclusive job for frontline roles. You know, the sales team, the support desk, the people who actually talk directly to the client. But the reality, it's completely different. Our source text hits the nail on the head here. It says a genuinely customer-focused culture involves literally everyone in the organization. It explicitly demands an inclusive mindset. I mean, think about it. Whether you're writing code in the back office, managing logistics in a warehouse, or balancing the books in accounting, your work fundamentally impacts the customer's experience. If a product ships late because of a warehouse error, that customer doesn't care if the sales rep was super friendly on the phone, right? They just care that their product is late. To architect a real culture of retention, that imaginary wall between the front line and the back office has got to be completely shattered.
Moving on to Section 2, Direction from the Top, starting directly with the CEO.
This perfectly illustrates the exact trickle-down effect required to actually make this work. You simply cannot build this kind of culture from the middle out. The source text stresses this exact sequence, stating that the example needs to start from the top with direction from the CEO and other executives. That's step 1. The C-suite absolutely has to embody this customer-first approach in their daily decisions, their resource allocation, and their internal communication before anyone else can be expected to jump on board. Because let's face it, if leadership doesn't prioritize the customer in their high-level strategy, middle management definitely won't either. It's really only after that firm blueprint is established from the very top that you can successfully move to step 2, which is involving all employees. The executive team sets the standard, and the rest of the organization builds right on top of it.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific language they use here. Notice it doesn't say involving all employees in a new policy or some new rule. It says culture change. We need to treat this specific sentence from the source as a profound, urgent maxim that ties this whole methodology together. A culture change implies a fundamental shift in the very DNA of the workplace. It means rewriting those everyday habits, the shared values, and the collective focus of the entire staff. So involving absolutely everyone isn't just a nice little bonus, it is the absolute key to making the whole transformation stick.
And that brings us to Section 3, the key to retention and how we actually improve those rates.
So this really is the core formula of the entire methodology. When you combine top-down direction from the CEO with total employee involvement in a genuine culture change, you get a highly specific, measurable result: improved customer retention rates. Treating every single behind-the-scenes employee as a customer retention worker basically creates this unified shield around your clients. Because when everyone actually understands their role in the customer journey, mistakes drop, quality goes way up, and the customer absolutely feels that difference. This methodology isn't just about making people feel warm and fuzzy at work. No, it is a calculated, structural strategy to stop customer churn and build lasting loyalty.
To wrap up this explainer, I really want to turn the source material back onto you. Think about it. Is your culture keeping your customers? Based on everything we've just unpacked today in detail, take a hard look at the structural flow of your own organization. Is the C-suite actually leading by example? Is the back office employee just as invested in the customer as the frontline salesperson? If not, well, it might be time to start architecting a major change. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep questioning how your structure dictates your success.